Hi, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. One of the questions I get asked all the time, I'm a beginner. I've sewn very little or I haven't sewn at all. I want to make a bag, but how do I get started? Which one should I start with? So I'm going to go over some very simple bags to start out with, and I'm going to gradually show you what you can work up to. So let's take a look at this very first one that I have here. It's called a drawstring bag. It has the same fabric on each side of the bag, and then there's lining on the inside, and it's a different color, but it can be the same color on the inside and outside. And it has drawstrings, and there's a little casing up here that you put the strings in, and when you pull on them, it gathers up. There's no pockets demonstrated in this particular video on this bag, but you can always add pockets to any of my bags, and I have a separate tutorial on those on the way to put the pockets in. So that link will be listed below your YouTube screen. Let's take a look at one more drawstring bag. This one I think is so pretty. All right, so there's a little bit more sewing involved. There's different fabric on the top and bottom, and there's these little, they're called prairie points, little pieces of fabric. You don't have to sew these little half triangles, you just fold and press, and that's really easy to do. And it's the same on the back as on the front. On this one, that also makes it different than the first drawstring bag, is that when you pull on the drawstrings, there's a little ruffle up here at the top. So if you wanted a little fancier, you could do this one next. This is one of my favorite little bags. I made this originally as just a little project bag. I like to do cross stitch. Also, for people who like to do a little bit of crocheting or knitting, you could carry a small project in here, but it still can act as your main purse if you like. It has wooden ring handles, and you can get these ring handles. They're easy to get. You can go into Joann Fabrics and Crafts, or I'm assuming Hobby Lobby has one. I don't live near a Hobby Lobby, so I don't know what they have, but you can also get them on Amazon and other stores that sell fabric and craft items. In here I've got separate lining on the inside, but there's no interfacing in it or no cotton batting or fleece batting at all. So if you want to add that in, you can, but this is a really basic bag to put together. There's no pockets in it, but you can always add pockets. Let me show you another one. I call this my sack tote bag, and it ties up here at the shoulder area. Excuse me. And it's got this little ruffle on the front. Now you don't need to put the ruffle on it. You can leave that off. And then there's also ruffle on the back. I do have cotton batting in this one. It is a little difficult up in here with the cotton batting, so you may choose that you want to just maybe put some lightweight interfacing in it. I've also got some pockets in it, so you can make it with or without the pockets. But this is a pretty basic bag to also start out with. On this tote bag, there's 4 different pieces of fabric on the front. On the back, I just have one piece of fabric. So you could do both sides of this bag using just one piece of fabric on each side. This one has heavy iron-on interfacing inside of it, and in the straps, there's no cording that's in the straps. Cording is that round stuff that you can put it in your straps to fill them out. I left it out in this one, but you can put it in. What's fun about this bag is it has a magnetic snap closure. So if you want to know how to put a magnetic snap on your tote bags, check below the YouTube screen for the link that'll take you to that tutorial. There are pockets demonstrated in the tutorial in that video on how to put them on, but if you want to add more pockets or if you don't want to do any pockets, that's really a choice up to you. Now here's another fun tote bag. This has the cording in the handle, so the handles are a little thicker. And what inspired me to do this video is a viewer wanted to know what tote bag she could use to put a quilt block on one side. So that's why I did this. So I put the cat quilt block on it. And if you want to know how to do this cat quilt block, I'll get the link added to the bottom of the YouTube screen. And this has a magnetic snap closure also on it. Makes it real easy. If you don't want to use magnetic snap closures, you can always put little Velcro strips on the inside. This also has pockets on the inside. Again, you don't have to put pockets, or you can even add more pockets. This has cotton batting in between the lining and the outside fabric, which means you have to do a little bit of quilting stitches on there to hold it all together. So there's more steps to this one, so you can see how you can work your way up. This is probably my most popular tote bag, and one of the reasons why people really like it is it has 3 pockets on the front and then 3 more on the back. Now in the video tutorial, I don't demonstrate in this one how to put pockets on the inside, but remember, you can add pockets. Also, there's no any kind of Velcro or snap closure on that, but you can always add it to this. And this has separate different fabric on the bottom, then on the top, and then these straps are made out of cloth. Now on some bags you can even use strapping. So they're ready-made handles that you can stitch on to your bag. So let me show you another one that's similar. Now this one's larger, it's bigger, and it has 2 different fabrics again on it. Now I was in Joann Fabrics and Crafts recently, and they still had this fabric up here, this Live, Laugh, Love fabric. I thought this was such a cute fabric. And then on this it has a flap that comes over, and there's Velcro to hold it together. And on this one there is a pocket on the inside. I've stuffed some things in here so you can see, you can put a lot in, and I've only not even got it half full. So this is also a larger bag and a few more steps to it. I love this bag, and the reason why I love it so much is I love this large print. I also like these ring handles. One of the things I forgot to mention about the 2 previous bags I just showed you was that it had a box bottom on it like this one does. So on the side you can see there's little corners. So it makes it easier to hold larger items. Now there's no snap closure or Velcro closure on this, but again, you can always add that in. And I don't have any pockets on the inside. But remember, if you want to add pockets, make sure you click on the link below your YouTube screen. Now let me show you another one. Now we're getting bigger now, okay? So here's one that was similar to one of the other tote bags I showed you. This has a box bottom also. This has 3 pockets on the front. There aren't any on the back, but you can always add them. And it's got straps on it, just like the others. There's no closure, and there are pockets demonstrated in how to do this. So you can always add all of those other accessories to it. The reason why I don't show all of the options every time I put out a tutorial is the tutorial would be 2 or 3 hours long. So I just try to show you different things in each tutorial. So let's move on to some even larger bags. This is a really large bag. It's beach bag size. And also it has that boxed bottom in there. I have 2 large throw pillows stuffed inside of this, and I still have room for more things. In the straps, it has the cotton cording, so it's real easy to hold on to. There are, I think, a few pockets in here. Yeah, there is. There are some pockets in here. You can always add more, but this is a real handy bag. So let me show you another one. This one is also pretty large. You could put 2 large throw pillows in this one too. It has a box bottom on it. Let me flip it over to this side. But what's nice about this is it has a zipper pocket on the outside. To make it real easy to make, I've added this strapping material that you can buy in craft stores. Joann Fabrics and Crafts sells it. You can buy it on the internet also. So there's no sewing involved to making the straps. You just cut the length you want and stitch it right on. The other cool thing about this one is that it has an inside zipper enclosure. So this bag would probably be your last choice to learn how to start on. Save this for last. Graduate through all those levels. You got to start out in kindergarten before you can get into senior high school. So this is also made with outdoor fabric, which is a real sturdy fabric. Before I go, I want to show you one more cute little bag just because I wanted to throw it in. So let's take a look at that last little bag. This is one of my favorite small bags. This is a shoulder bag. It has a nice long strap out of it. It's made out of cotton quilting fabric, and I bought this fabric at Joann Fabrics and Crafts. This little flap here, it doesn't snap down or Velcro down. It has this little big decorative button on it. So all you do is lift it up and it has a Velcro closure right up here. And also, I think I put pockets on it. I did. I put pockets on it, and in one of the pockets, I used my one of my stitch options for doing lettering on things, and I wrote on one of the pockets, cell phone. So you could use, if you have that type of stitch option on your machine, you could also put little labels on your pockets. But this is such a pretty little simple bag. It has a box bottom also. This one is also, I would say, maybe a nice beginner's choice after you've done maybe 2 or 3 other types of bags. So I've given you a lot of options, what to start with and what to work up to. So I hope you really learned something in this video. Remember to check below your YouTube screen for all those video links. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. I'm so glad you came to my sewing room. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, click on that red subscribe button down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl, and this is Scotty, and this is Manny. See you next time, and happy sewing!